Hello and welcome. I'm Vincent Makori and this is Africa 54. We begin with South Africa's Blade Runner in court. His first appearance since being granted bail in February. Oscar Pistorius appeared reserved and humble as the judge delayed his murder trial until August the 19th. Meantime, debate rages over whether the track star killed his girlfriend Reeva Steenkamp in a rage or shot her by accident. Ahead of Tuesday's court appearance, friends and teammates of Oscar Pistorius shared their words of support for the athlete. Danny Cornelius, manager of the Turks Athletic Club where Pistorius trained, said he remembered the Olympic and Paralympic athlete as a well-mannered person.
Oscar that I know, and the one I got to know, was a very gentle guy, a good-mannered, well-behaved young man. He's like any other person, you know, we all have our off days and on days, and sometimes you get tired, but he was one of those guys who always came to say hi to me when he came into the office. When he came to my office when he came to train in the afternoons, and always when he saw me would always treat me with respect.
Members of Pistorius' Paralympic relay team also say they are standing firmly behind him. Samkelo Rodebe says no amount of evidence will change how he feels about Pistorius and what he is meant to him.
Most of us who actually know the kind of person he is, you know, we still stand behind him. We still want to see him come back and run and do what he's, well known for, and that's being a hero and changing people's lives.
For Zivan Smith, Pistorius will always remain his hero.
Nothing will affect how I believe in him or what I still think about him. I always think he's number one. He was an inspiration, not to me, even to every disabled people, any other people that's not disabled, because Oscar did things that able bodies can't even do.
Well, now we turn to VOA's Anita Powell, who was in the courtroom for Monday's pre-trial hearing. She joins us via phone from Johannesburg, South Africa. Welcome, Anita. And first, I would like you to describe for us the court scene. We may have seen images, but you were there. How was it?
Right. Well, I think the word that comes to mind is chaotic. The actual proceedings only took about 15, 16 minutes, but journalists were asked to get there at 6:45 for a 9 o'clock court appearance. We all crowded outside the Pretoria Magistrates Court, and they let us in a dozen at a time. There was almost a stampede. One of my bigger colleagues said he was worried he was going to be trampled, which is quite telling. The media interest in this case is very, very high. Partially because he's a big sports figure, he's a South African hero, and also it's a great story.
And in fact, the magistrate was a little pissed off by the journalists. What was the reason?
Right. So last week, somebody leaked some crime scene photos to Sky News, which is a British broadcaster. They were pretty gory. They showed pools of blood, spatters of blood, and so on. And the judge basically said that whoever leaked them was scandalizing the court and was possibly in contempt. The whole time he delivered this lecture, we all sat there like penitent school children, I would say.
Yes. Now, until August, of course, both the prosecution and the defense are going to continue solidifying their argument. But up to this moment, what is known? What are the known arguments?
Okay, it boils down to this, and these sentences are going to sound very similar. Oscar Pistorius' defense says that he did not mean to shoot his girlfriend Reeva Steenkamp through a locked bathroom door 4 times. The prosecution says Oscar Pistorius meant to shoot his girlfriend Reeva Steenkamp through the locked bathroom door 4 times. In those 2 sentences, there's one critical thing, and that's intention. And it's going to fall to the defense to prove that he didn't intend to do it. And of course, the prosecution is going to try to prove that he did mean to do it. There's going to be a lot of forensics, but a lot of, I think, examination of witnesses and close looks at Oscar's character.
Now, the family actually of Steenkamp did give a press conference, or at least an interview. Very briefly, what did they say that is perhaps stands out?
Right. They spoke to British Channel 5 in an interview that aired yesterday. Steenkamp's mother said something that possibly illuminates the situation. She said that her daughter was never a fighter. She never fought with anybody. Okay. Yet, into their relationship, she called her mother and said Oscar was driving erratically and she was scared.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Anita. Anita Powell reporting on the Pistorius trial from Johannesburg.